Loving someone unconditionally requires a deep level of compassion, empathy, and emotional maturity. Hello, guys. If today is your first time of watching this channel, please do well to subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm looking forward to questions and comments. So, for the returning viewers, you're welcome back. So, today we'll be talking on loving someone unconditionally. Naturally, it is not easy to love one unconditionally because there are so many terms and conditions in many relationships. There is a high level of expectations in relationship, but loving one unconditionally is the best love relationship because it's going to save you from so many things. You will not easily be offended. You may likely not be heartbroken. You would have less problems to bother about because you were virtually expecting nothing from your partner. But then, for one to be able to go into such a form of relationship, or for one to be able to give such love, you must grow in maturity, just like you said, emotional maturity. So there are some things we'll be looking at, some keys that will help one to be able to love unconditionally. And the first thing on our list is self-love. You must develop self-love. Self-love has to do with working on your own personal growth and happiness. Now it means that in yourself you are satisfied, in yourself you've got confidence, in yourself you are okay. Now you are not expecting anybody to improve you, you are not expecting anybody to add to yourself. That means in yourself you have self-confidence, self-worth, self-esteem. So now you have all it takes to be happy at all times. That's why we say you work on your self-confidence, you work on your self-love, you work on your self-esteem, you work on your happiness. Now, if you've gotten to that level where you love yourself, it will be very easy to show love. Because when you have all it takes in yourself, all it takes for you to be happy is in yourself, then it is easier for you to put a smile on another person's face. So the next thing on our list is acceptance and empathy. Believe you me, no one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. So you give room for one's excesses. Now in this, it means that you are not expecting this person to be perfect, but of course no one is perfect. You are not perfect, I am not perfect, no one is perfect. So you are not expecting any high expectation from anybody. No. Now you know that this person can make mistakes, so you give room for mistakes, for excesses. Now you're going to accept the person the way the person is. You're going to accept the person's individuality, accept his strength, accept his weakness, because we all know that people make mistakes, people have areas of weakness, people have areas of strength. So we are going to consider that very important. Okay, that's that. Don't expect any perfect person, don't expect any flawless person. Everyone has flaws. So the next thing is, let go of expectations. We talked about it. For you to be able to love one unconditionally, don't expect anything from such person. If the person does anything good, appreciate it, applaud the person. If the person does anything wrong, it won't be hard for you to let go, because from onset you weren't expecting anything from the person. Now it means that you are going to accept this person the way the person is. Don't try to change the person or control the person into being what you want. Don't expect anything special, just accept the person the way the person is. Come as you are, and you'll be accepted just the way you are. Because we said it is not just easy for one to be accepted the way the person is. Now, for you to be able to go into loving one without any condition, it means that you are matured enough in your emotional level to be able to accept whatever you see. You'll be able to manage anything you see. So that is that. Now, the next one is communicate openly. Now, it means that you are going to go forward to communicate to this person all you want, your thoughts, your feelings, without no limitation. That's open communication. Then alongside, you're going to also listen to this person, why this person communicates. Now, generally, we've known that open communication helps one to understand, that helps two persons to understand themselves. It also helps to strengthen or to foster bond between between two persons. So in a relationship, if you want to maybe understand your partner better, communicate openly with your partner. Now, in your openness in communication, it will also help your partner to be able to communicate openly without necessarily looking for areas of weakness to attack your individual. Remember, both the person's flaws, both the person's strengths, both the person's mistakes, everything is being accepted. That is what this unconditionally loving has to do. So now the next thing on our list is practice forgiveness. Practice forgiveness. Believe you me, people usually will hurt you. People will say things you don't like. People are going to do things that you don't like. And this person you are coming to love, remember, you are not loving this person because of any form of expertise and intelligence, any form of qualifications. It is loving unconditionally. So it means that you are going to practice the act of forgiving the person at all times. Generally, there are people that find it so difficult to forgive easily. But if you're going to love one unconditionally, it means that you will always be open to forgive this person at all times. So you practice the act. Even if you're the type that finds it difficult to forgive, just know it that this person is an imperfect being, just like you are. This person will definitely wrong you. Expect it. Then also practice the act of forgiveness. So it means that no matter the weight of the crime, no matter whatsoever, you are going to be able to forgive, because when you hold back grudges, resentment, definitely it will never be possible for you to be able to love this person unconditionally. So you learn a system to do what? Ease of grudge, ease of pain, ease of resentment, for this to be able to work. Okay, that's that. Then the next thing is support and encouragement. Everyone needs support. It doesn't matter how big, how tall, how huge, how successful you are. Everyone needs support in one way or the other. Yes. So now the next is what? Encouragement. You say support and encouragement. You need to encourage this person into self-development. Everyone has dreams, everyone has vision, everyone has desires, what he wants to go into. Now you must stand firm to support this your partner that you are ready to love unconditionally, to pursue his dream, for his personal development, for his personal growth. Now, these are the things you're going to do. You need to support this person to become a better version of himself, not necessarily changing this person to something else. No, you support the person to become the better version of himself. Then encourage the person through words, through your presence, through any means which you think it's possible. You have to support, you have to encourage. So that is that. Now the next thing on our list is be present and attentive. Everybody has story to tell, especially women. Now both male, female, everyone has a story to tell. Be attentive, be present to listen to what they have to say. You know, when you are present, when one needs you, there is something it does to this person's psychology. There is a kind of feelings it gives. There's a kind of satisfaction it gives. So you always be present and attentive to this person's. Now when this person is saying a particular thing, you have to be attentive to hear all he has to say, all she has to say, and be present. Not necessarily maybe while the person is talking you're busy with your phone pressing. No, you have to pay attention to the person's experience, because people have experience, they have encounters, they have ups and downs. And sometimes when they are there to communicating it is a means of letting go, perhaps if they have pains, is a means of at least relieving them, and it also helps both to be able to reason out things together. So please don't be absent-minded, always be attentive and be present to hear your partner share his experience, share her experience, opinions, and the rest. Okay, that's that. And the next thing is what is unconditional acceptance. Now we say this is unconditional love. Now loving somebody unconditionally. Now unconditional acceptance. Love them the way they are. People have uniqueness, so yes, people are unique in so many areas. Love them in their uniqueness, that in their individual. Accept them the way they are. You can improve them in the areas you think they need to be improved. Now improving them to become their self, not necessarily changing them to be another person. Now accept them the way they are, in their strengths, in their weakness, in their uniqueness, in their person. So that is that. But then it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to allow toxic characters or toxic. It doesn't necessarily mean you allow toxic relationship. But accepting this person the way the person is not accepting the toxic areas or aspects of his life. Toxicity in any relationship is not appreciated at all, shouldn't be condoned, because toxicity will cause you problem. Now the next thing on our list is patience and understanding. If you watch a baby grow, you know that it is not an easy thing for those that are mothers. You discover that you need patience, need serious patience and understanding. You need to understand this person's feeling. You need to understand this person's. Now you need to be patient with the person even when things are not going right. You need to be patient. You need to have understanding. There are things that you will not necessarily understand at a glimpse. So that is why you need patience to be able to understand the process through which this person is going. At every point in time, you should understand what this person is going through. I think it will be able to help you to manage yourself. Remember, we said you must be emotionally matured. So it means that you have a large heart to bear, to understand, and to be patient with one until everything comes in place. Okay. So the last thing on our list is boundaries and self-care. Yes. The fact that you be loving your partners unconditionally does not necessarily mean that you will neglect yourself and care less about yourself. For any relationship to work out effectively, there must be healthy boundaries set. Yes, you must set boundaries to regulate your do's and your don'ts, to curtail and to cut off excesses. Boundaries help to keep your relationships in check and healthy. Because when boundaries are being set, then the do's and don'ts will be properly spelled out. Now, in the aspect of self-care, remember the first thing we talked about was self-love. For Christ's sake, if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't love yourself, you cannot love another. Simply because you can't give what you do not have. So going about to love your partner so much that you care less about yourself is more or less eye service. So to this, you must care about yourself. You must make sure your needs are being met. You must make sure that you are the priority despite everything, because you are like the one offering the unconditional love. So it means you must be in a good state, you must be satisfied, you must be in a good condition to be able to love another. You must be in a very good condition for you to be able to care and to love. Now, since we said It is unconditional love. It doesn't mean you are going to tolerate and allow toxic behaviors. You will not take toxic behaviors. That is why boundaries are going to be set. Now, the fact that it is an unconditional love doesn't mean everything goes. Now, there are things that could be destructive to yourself. That's why we call them toxic behaviors. You won't allow them. Yes, people are not perfect. Yes, people are not um yes, people have flaws. Yes, people make mistakes, but toxicity is different from flaws and mistakes. So that you must get clearly. So we don't mix up that. So to this in general, yes, you have to give all your best. You have to love as much as possible. For talking about unconditional love, like I said earlier, this is the best love system, if I may say, because you have no fear of heartbreaks, you have no fear of being mistreated or anything, because you are not eventually expecting anything from your partner. So let's keep caring and making our world a better place. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, share, like. I will see you in our next video. Please remember to ask questions, comment. Thank you. We'll see you in our next video. Love you.